everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. You read the title. I think you understand what we're doing. This video is not going to end until I read a 5-star book. Could be an hour-long video that spans for months. It could be 8 minutes and I get a 5-star on my second book. I haven't gotten a 5-star book in over a month. And I've read a lot of books that I thought were going to be 5 stars and weren't. So we're gonna try and find that 5-star. My rating system, 1 star is just like a bad book. I don't know if I've ever actually ranked a book 1 star. A book that bad is usually just a DNF for me. 2 stars is like, I wouldn't recommend it, but I read it, wish I kind of didn't. 3 stars is a good book. I would recommend it, it was good. It might not be anything groundbreaking and new and special to me, but I read it and I liked it, and I think you would too. 4 stars are a great book. Almost perfect. There might have just been like a couple plot points that annoyed me, or maybe something that maybe cringed me out for a minute, or I thought it was too slow at a certain point. But all in all, it's a really great book and I love it and I would recommend it. But 5 stars are something different. 5-star books have a feeling to them. They have that 5-star feeling. It's usually books that like I genuinely think about, like they turn into my Roman Empire. I think about them all the time, where it'll be months down the road and I just think about those characters. Or like if it's a certain genre, I always compare different books to that book. If I'm like, oh, I loved this romance book, but this one doesn't compare to it. Like 5 stars, it's gotta make an emotion. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna make me laugh. Like I'm gonna be thinking about all the time. But so that's what we're searching for. We're searching for that 5-star feeling. And the book that I'm starting this video with is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I just started this yesterday. I am on page 52, chapter 5. This is fantasy, technically. I think it has a subplot of romance, but it's like kind of a spooky, haunty one, so that seems kind of good for October. So yeah, we're gonna start reading this, and I will update you guys along the way if and when I ever get a 5-star. Maybe this video will never see the light of day because this will be a 5-star and then the video will end. And maybe this video will never come out because it takes me 47 years to find a 5-star book, which I'm hoping doesn't happen. Editing me, have fun with this jumble of videos that are going to be around. And yeah, let's hope for a 5-star. Hello, it is the next day. I am on part 2, The Mist, chapter 15, which is page 159. There are 392 pages in this book, so we're like a third of the way in. We're almost halfway. The beginning was kind of slow. It's picking up now. I was reading it last night and kind of like fell asleep reading, but it's picking back up. At first I was kind of concerned that I wasn't gonna like it, but it's picking up and I'm getting more interested. Things are building. A little bit of romance is starting. We'll keep reading and I'll let you know later what goes on. Hi, but a couple days later, you saw me finish One Dark Window. I ended up 4-starring this. It was really good. It's almost like more of a dark gothic fantasy. If you like kind of darker gothic fantasies, I really think you'll like this. It was really unique. I don't think I've read a storyline like this before. It was definitely spooky. It was good for October. I feel like if anything, the beginning was hard to get into. The world building was a little bit confusing at first. You picked it up after like 100 or so pages. I was kind of like, okay, what's going on? But basically our main character, Elspeth, that's what I was saying in my head. Elspeth, she lives in this world where there is this big disease. Anyone that has been infected with this disease gets killed or like banished or whatever. Elspeth got this disease when she was younger, but then was hidden by her family, so no one in the public knows that she had this infection except for her immediate family. And what no one knows is from this infection, she has what she calls nightmare, which is like this character in a way, but it's like a voice in her head. And is it a person? Is it an infection? Like, what is it? There's just this voice that's been in her head her whole life. And then I started All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I am 114 pages in. I'm on chapter 21. Not even halfway yet. I started this the other day and just hadn't recorded yet. I don't think this is going to be a 5-star. I 4-starred the first 2 books. I don't expect this to be a 5-star, but maybe it'll sneak up on me. But yeah, One Dark Window was 4-star, and our next book that I have already started is All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. it is a few days later. I apologize for the bad lighting. It is a gloomy day, but I just finished All In. I ended up giving this 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite out of the series, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I still am enjoying the series. I have the 4th book that I will read eventually. I don't think I'm going to read it right away. So, like, with the Naturals, there's like, each book is like an individual crime that they're trying to solve, but there's also one overarching one that drags across the whole series and I assume gets solved in the last book that I haven't read. And I think this was just my least favorite crime at the current time that they were trying to solve. It was my least favorite one. But like, I still enjoyed it. I still love the series and I'm obviously still gonna finish it. 3 stars. So this video continues. So my next read is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. This is contemporary romance. I think it's like a wedding and a wedding planner. I think it's second chance romance, but to be honest, I literally just bought this book for the cover. I love the cover. This is a stunning cover. So I have no idea what to expect of this. I don't expect this to be a 5-star, but it could be a surprise one. But yeah, that's our next read is Forget Me Not. So we'll get started with that. Awful and we're interrupting our vlog, but it is release day for 2 of my most anticipated reads and I just stormed into Barnes & Noble and got them. It's release day for the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I'm obsessed with Powerless. I also have come in the mail the Books A Million autographed version, so I will officially have the original indie paperback published version, the Barnes & Noble exclusive published version, and then the autographed version, so like, not to shoot my own horn. And then I also got Iron Flame in store, and I got the sprayed edged version. I am really lucky that my Barnes & Noble is usually like empty at all times, so there was a whole table of these. I didn't even pre-order it because I figured I'd be able to find it in a store, and I lucked out and I did. Back to our 5-star video. I am still reading Forget Me Not. Next, I do think I'm going to read Curse for True Love. Yeah, the next Once Upon a Heartbreak book. And if that's not a 5-star, then this might be. So my next 2 contenders for this video might be the ones that end it, but we'll see. I'm so excited. It's a good day. So it is the next day. I have finished Forget Me Not. I ended up rating this like 3.5 stars. I liked it. It was second chance romance, but I feel like my biggest complaint with this was I felt the ending felt really rushed. I feel like you spent a lot of time learning backstory and like why that didn't work out. But then like the current timeline where they get back together, the actual second chance romance was like 2 chapters of the whole book. So I think I would have liked it a little bit better if it was less detail of the old stuff and more detail of the new stuff, but I liked it. For buying a book strictly off of the cover, it could have gone a lot worse than this, but this was not our 5 stars, so the quest continues. With what might very well be the book that ends this video, I am starting Iron Flame. So I have a bookmark in here already. I started this on Audible at work this morning. I listened to it like 6 hours of it, and I'm almost to page 200. I'm on chapter 21, almost halfway. I'm like a quarter of the way through it. But yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth between basically reading it and listening to it on Audible while I'm at work. But it is a 3-day weekend for me, so I can spend a lot of time just sitting down and reading this. And I feel like we're getting to more of the action. I feel like we're getting out of setting up the story of the second book. Right now, I have high hopes. I'm expecting this to be a 5-star because I like the first one so much. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. No spoilers. I will make sure I don't spoil anything about this because this is I literally am reading this the day that it drops. So yeah, Iron Flame. Let's go, baby. friends, I literally just finished this. I was sitting on the couch, I just finished it and got up and decided to immediately record this. No spoilers, but what the hell? I am genuinely confused about the ending. I reread the last chapter like 3 times. It's obviously a cliffhanger, but it's a vague enough cliffhanger that it's not going to be clarified until the 3rd book. So it's like it's a cliffhanger, but it's also like, wait, what? This is not a 5-star. I think that this is like a 4.5 for me, because genuinely, this book annoyed me sometimes. There were some times where I was like, Violet needs to grow some brain cells. Can they stop fighting for 3 seconds? The miscommunication trope is off the fucking chart. This is too much, like, I did it for you, what do you mean, groveling, like, it genuinely annoyed me sometimes. It was good, but I liked the first book better. And I'm kind of worried that the 3rd book is going to annoy me even more and going to make me not like the series. But yeah, 4.5, which means this video still continued. This was not a 5-star. I expected it to be, it was not. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything for anyone. Which means I'm moving on to the next book for this video. We're moving on to hopefully what will be a 5-star. Curse for True Love. I expected myself to read this first, but I started listening to Iron Flame and just couldn't stop. I needed to finish it. But we're finally going to read a Curse for True Love. This is one of the only other books that I have right now that I expect to be a 5-star. Iron Flame wasn't. Let's see if this one is, or else this video might be 47 years long. Our next read is A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. I'll see you whenever. Hello friends, it has been a couple days and I have finished A Curse for True Love, and this video still continues because this was another book that I expected to be a 5-star that wasn't. This is like a solid 4. Enjoyed it. Was it my favorite book out of the series? No. I think the 2nd book is still my reigning favorite. I have weird thoughts on it. I feel like the ending wrapped up really fast. She and Jax being together again was like 2 chapters. So it's like it needed to be longer to make the ending longer, but it was also like if this book was 100 pages longer, it would have felt too long and it would have felt like stuff dragged on too much. So it's weird. I feel like the beginning was really good, setting up, I don't want to spoil stuff, but like setting up things that happened and like establishing that Apollo is a psychopath, and the ending was good, but it's just like the beginning and the end were like this much. Like all of this was kind of just like Apollo. Like there was too much Apollo for me, I guess. I could have used less Apollo and more Evangeline and Jax because I feel like they were hardly even a couple in this book. So it's like I liked it. It was a good ending, but it could have been the same size book, but like less of the middle area, I guess. So it's 4 stars. I was expecting more from it than what I got. And then after I finished that, I started Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the 2nd book in The Shepherd King duet. I read the 1st book last month in October, and I really liked it. I gave it like 4 stars. It was really surprising. This was the 2nd book. It came out like a week after I read the 1st one, which was just like really good timing. And a lot of people that have read this series liked the 2nd book better. So I gave the 1st one a 4. So this might also, I mean, the point of this video is to find a 5-star. Any of these books can be a 5-star, but a lot of people liked this better than the 1st one, and I like the 1st one a lot. So I started reading it. I got to page 95, chapter 15. She is doing the point of view of Elm in this book, and I love her for that. I'm loving the POV for Elm. But yeah, this is my next read, and see how it goes. You guys, I think we've done it. I think we found the 5-star. I just finished Two Twisted Crowns, and I think it's my 5-star. I found a 5-star sooner than I thought it was, but also that's the point. The ending of this book, I literally wanted to cry. Like, it's a 5-star. It made me feel emotions. I literally wanted to cry. There were scenes that were drawing emotions from me. I was, like, upset about things. Like, the rest of the book was good, but I thought it was going to be, like, a 4-star. But the ending got me. I wanted to cry. So I think we found our 5-star. Two Twisted Crowns. These two, this is the second book, is a duology. They're so good. I highly recommend these two books. The first one is One Dark Window. I highly suggest them. If you're like a gothic fantasy person, I really think that you'll like this series. It's so good. Her adding the point of view of Elm was a girl boss move. Lived for Elm and Ione, or else this book would have not been a 5-star. But Elm and Ione in the ending saved it. So yeah, I think that's where our video ended. This is what, like book 4 or 5 for this video, which isn't bad. We found a 5-star of the month. Thank you for joining me on this 5-star vlog. I might do something like this in the future. It was kind of just fun. I feel like I didn't actually vlog that much of this because I was just genuinely engrossed in reading it and not focused on like making sure I was filming it. So hopefully there's actually footage of me reading this. I'm not sure. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love and appreciate you so much. If you want to follow me anywhere on my social medias, they are all down below. Down below is also my Amazon wishlist and my Pango books. If you want to send me any books, buy any secondhand books, they're all there. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.